Hey, good afternoon to everyone. Welcome you to this session. And I just don't waste your time, just pass the baton to Aaron and Attila, and they'll speak about some kata learning. Go ahead, guys.
Okay, thank you, Trevor. Hello, dear audience. My name is Aaron Bosch, the head of BPS, Bosch Production System, in the Robert Bosch Automotive Electronics plant in Hungary, Hatvan, and together with Attila David, who is a senior lean expert and kata coach, we are welcoming you to the session, Failing to Succeed. I can imagine that some of you joined because the title suggested that you can witness a presentation about how we have failed. Shame on you. But I will tell you something. You all have been fooled. The title is a clickbait, and you will witness a story with a happy ending, whether you like it or not. Let me share my presentation. And let's start. So after the first shock, let's get down to business. As I mentioned, we are from the Bosch plant located in Hatvan, Hungary. With around 5,000 associates and close to 2 billion euro turnover, we are the biggest automotive electronics plant within Bosch worldwide. Thank you so much for being here with us and for your interest regarding our presentation. Let's start.
In the upcoming 30 minutes, we will take you all to a journey, a journey made by our company in the recent years. During this journey, we are going to seek answer for 3 questions together with you. Why anyone would need Toyota Kata? How can you do it right and wrong in the same time? What support can digitalization give to you in your journey? Let's imagine that there is a problem-solving expert in your company. Let's imagine it's you. You have to solve all the problems appear. Can you feel the weight on you, pressing you down? And now, let's imagine that everyone is working on problems and you are part of this problem-solving community. Everyone speaks the same language, applying scientific thinking, every day dealing with all the problems you are facing with towards a common goal. How does this feel? Better, right? I think you all can imagine the power of an organization where problem solving is a daily habit, part of daily work, instead of an extraordinary event. This is what Toyota Kata method can boost and empower. That's why you need Toyota Kata. And now, after we have discussed about the reasons, it's time to talk about how this can be done. More precisely, how it was done in Bosch Hatvan. In order to explain your story, I will use the 4 steps of improvement kata. It's okay if you are not familiar with it. I will explain shortly the basics. First, you need to set up a long-term goal. Let's call it challenge. After that, you need to grasp the current condition. Then define your next target condition you would like to reach towards your challenge. And now you only have to conduct experiments step by step to close the gap between the current condition and the next target condition. And now let's see it for a case. Our challenge is to have an organization where everyone is a problem solver. Our current condition. We have a few dedicated problem-solving experts, but no managers. As a next target condition, we have to lead by example. Therefore, in the first wave, a selected group out of the top management would like to take part in the training, including the plant manager. Please keep in mind, in regards to the kata method, we are using it as a problem-solving tool for individual project currently. Besides this, we are using the A3 and Sheinin method as well, and the Bosch standard way to define the strategy.
So let's conduct some experiments. Our next target condition is the first pilot group is capable to do kata project with daily frequency. And our current condition is that we can't. So we started by reading the book, printing the cards with the coaching questions, defined several projects, and that's it. And we believe that we are doing such an amazing work. And we were so proud of ourselves that we are doing kata. But after this short happy moment, we had to realize that we have failed miserably, as the coaching sessions were way too long and did not happen every day. We didn't use the obstacle list. There was no one who could give feedback to the coaches about what went right or wrong. It was complicated, and the improvements were not really visible. We have clearly felt that the problem is not with the basic concept, but with our approach, and this was not a good feeling. But our organization is not the one which gives up after the first try. We have just reached our threshold of knowledge. So we get in touch with Csaba Berecki from Lean Enterprise Institute, Hungary, to provide a training for us. Now we have read the book, used the coaching card, we had the training, and tried it again. How it went? Besides small successes, we have failed again. Even we have spent the time regularly every day, the length of the coaching sessions were still too long. We have used the obstacle parking lot, but not always in the correct way. We have implemented the second coach concept to receive feedbacks, and it was a big step forward. But we were still struggling with the project work, and the results were still not coming as we expected. But we felt that this is getting better, and we are on the right track, and now it was so motivating. We were just not experienced enough to always recognize where we failed during the coachings. We needed someone to hold our hand and give reflection. So we got in touch with Csaba and asked him to observe our kata sessions. Now we have read the book, used the question cards, we had a training, and there was professional support during the coachings. How it went? We have succeeded and failed in the same time again, because our coaching sessions were still too long. We have used the obstacle list and the second coach concept, plus we received valuable feedbacks from Csaba after the sessions. This made coaching process somehow less complicated, but still felt not so natural. And with the practice, the project results also started to come. So it was the right time to extend the scope. Now back to our storyline. The challenge is still there, but our target condition has been improved. Now it's time to define our next target condition. Let's involve some pre-selected engineers. The managers can start to coach. We kept the original setup, except that the newly involved engineers received the 3 days training before they have started. And our results? Big success. Leaders were coaches. Engineers were learners. We have used well the obstacle parking lot, the second coach concept, and we got used to this coaching process in general. Results were promising as well. On the other hand, I have to mention the time of each coaching has been increased as well due to the newcomers needed to get used to this new situation. And there was one more thing we had to start focusing on: fun. Because most of the coaches could enjoy the sessions, some learners gave the feedback that for them it is too artificial and weird sometimes. But besides that, things went quite well, and we have involved more and more engineers and group leaders to this process. The more we get used to the kata, we became more and more curious about how others are doing this. So we asked Csaba again, where should we go if we would like to see how others are doing it? According to his recommendation, we have contacted Thilo Schwarz, and he introduced us to his Kata Dojo masterclass. After the first group finished with the 8 weeks long Kata Dojo, we knew that this was what we were looking for. We have understood how deep we can go by using a set of techniques and micro skills, and this learning on top of the already existing experience gave the practice and helped us to further improve. We could keep the timing better by using the different tools. Second coach concept worked well. We have felt much less complicated, and the results were still coming as well. The only point remained open from this list is the fun. We already have some positive feedbacks from the learners and coaches, but we have to keep working on that until it's becoming so popular that every engineer wants to become a learner and wants to get the kata experience. Currently, this is how far we got. In our organization, more than 130 associates participated on the 3 days Toyota Kata training. 63 coaches finished the Kata Dojo Masterclass by Tilo. These people successfully closed more than 700 projects. And we won't stop until we are going to reach our challenge to establish an organization where everyone is a problem solver.
Why we started to think about digitalization of the process? The answer is COVID-19. We have started our kata journey and soon the world has changed. As we don't want it to stop, we had to find a solution to do coaching sessions and minimizing the social contacting in the same time. From this reason we started, but as we used it, we have recognized a lot of advantage. In the following section, you are going to see a video to demonstrate our daily digital kata routine.
The following video is based on a true kata coaching. We do not want to sell this tool. Our only purpose is to demonstrate the kata process with the help of it. Therefore, we will focus only the functions which are necessary to understand the storyline. Also, for easier understanding, we will not mention the second coach. In case of every kata project, the personal bonding is essential between coach and learner, as they will spend days, weeks, months together, and there will be lots of ups and downs during their journey, which their relation has to stand out. József and Attila is going to meet for the very first time. During this first meeting, they will get to know each other regarding their professional experience. They are talking about their previous working fields and positions, and also a bit about their personalities. This all helps to better understand each other in case of a difficult situation. Honesty, openness, and mutual trust are necessary for a successful kata coaching. After the first introduction round, the following day, the first digital kata session takes place. How is it going? Let's see the tool in detail first and open it in the browser. This is the project summary page. Every coaching session will start from this view with all the most important information. On the left side, there's the project structure, while on the right side you can follow up the indicators. Let us focus on the structure first. From top to bottom, it starts with the problem itself we want to solve. Below that, we can see the root cause, and further down the standards which had been identified as contributors to the root cause. Regarding these standards, first we are focusing the one which belongs to the technical root cause, then the one below is focusing on the managerial root cause, as we would like to eliminate the occurrence on the long run. As we are moving to the right side of the screen, we can see the project relevant indicators. We are simply using colors in order to make the status easily recognizable. In the following example, you will see a project where the green color is showing that it is very near to closing, as there's only a few more steps missing. After this short introduction, we are here in the project summary page again. József and Attila are ready for the next coaching session to begin. First, they are checking the derivation of the project, as this helps to understand the background. This document shows the expected effect on the value stream level indicator as well. Then they will focus on the failure mode, which production line, which machines, which time interval were affected. This helps to maintain the focus during the understanding of the initial condition and the possible root causes as well. We have learned during the Kata Dojo Masterclass by Thilo Schwarz about the cause funnel microskill, which is used here in a real project. The question, where does the problem occur, not only focusing on the machine itself, but the affected product as well. In our example, the ceramic base plate breaks in the second or third perforation from the left, based on the historical data. For a deeper understanding, Attila and József heads down to the production to understand the process at the Gamba. The daily digital Kata coaching is great, but cannot replace activities which helps to really get to know the problem in reality. The learner, who is a manufacturing engineer, helps the coach to understand the bonding process so they can speak the same language during the coaching sessions. And now the digital Kata can continue from the next sessions onwards. They do not need to sit next to each other, as they can have an effective and efficient coaching session online as well. So here it comes. One of the most popular Kata coaching question: what is your target condition? And József knows the answer. As for a successful project closing, the failure mode needs to be reduced to 0.09%. The initial condition was 0.18% and the current condition is 0.07%. So this project is in the target achievement phase. On the other hand, it runs slower than expected, as since it is already open for 108 days instead of the originally planned 90 days. This topic can be followed up later in the lessons learned. Now back to the project summary page and focus on the root cause by opening the root cause analysis menu, which contain the 5i. With the help of a photo of the phenomenon that the vacuum nozzles are in line with the panel perforation, the countermeasure is according to this finding to replace the vacuum table to a version where this is not the case. So the PDCA of the technical root cause has been closed. So the next PDCA session is going to focus on the managerial root cause. After documenting down the selected obstacle, connecting next step and expectation, they agreed by a deadline for the following day. So during the next day coaching session, they can follow up the planned activity. Expectation achieved, and we have overcame the obstacle. In the simple drawing, you can see the main changes we have made. The new standards are in place, and we have ensured that this failure can never come back again. We can finally close this project, so there's no more PDCA circles, no coaching kata questions or micro skills. There's only two happy colleagues who can talk about their learnings, because they both learned a lot during this project. Not just the learner, but the coach as well. With every solved project, learner and coach grow together and become able to solve bigger and more complex problems. Who knows, maybe this wasn't their last common project.
So I really hope that the video in your side was a little bit more fluid than what we have seen. I really hope that this went well. So after this short video demonstration, now it's time to summarize our journey. As you might remember, in the beginning, we were looking for an answer for three questions. Why Toyota Kata? How to do it? And how digitalization can support improvement activities. So, why? To boost the problem-solving competence in an organization. How to do it? If you ask us, our advice is to start and fail and learn from your failures and then try it again. And regarding digitalization, wisely used technology can make good things even better. Dear audience, thank you so much for staying with us until the very end of this presentation. Before the questions, I would like to give you a final advice. If you are doing an experiment and everything goes as expected, then you learned nothing new. Trying, failing, learning, and retrying again is the attitude which can lead your company towards self-learning organization. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we are ready for your questions. And I can see that our video is a little bit on delay, so I will just stop the video and restarting it to make it better.
At least we have
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. At least we have time to think. We have several questions and 2 hands in the air. So altogether, it's about 6 interactions. Let's start with the first question from Jamal. His question is, what was the response of leadership for earlier failures?
Thank you for the question. As you could see in the storyline, it was kind of a mix. So we were proud of ourselves, and we enjoyed this new thing, and we could really see that there is potential inside. So even though we don't like to fail, no one likes to fail, but even in the beginning, it was promising. And as one of our main supporter, one of our engine in this journey was the plant manager. It was not an issue at all. He was also acting as a coach, as a learner. We were trying together as a team. So it was really a great experience, and we never held that we have problem because of failing. And I think this presentation is exactly about this.
Yeah, okay, thank you. The next one, how many sessions of kata meeting do you have?
How many sessions of kata meeting
Yeah.
we have in the plant? Or so usually when we are running a kata project, we are having daily sessions, and usually one session takes around 15 minutes. And as many projects we have, this is the amount. Each and every project has a learner, each and every project has a coach, and each and every project has a second coach. And this, let's say, Holy Trinity are meeting each and every day. Yeah. Basically, that's the basic concept, and everything which is not running like this is the outlier.
Okay, thank you very much. And the question, are you opening to receive visit to do a benchmarking?
Generally, yes. The only problem is the time. As we are a huge plant, and we have lots of challenges, it's not always easy to find the right time to do benchmarks. Unfortunately, already this year we had to decline several requests to do benchmarking, but it's not the willingness, it's not the mindset what we are lacking, but we are really busy with several projects, and that's the main reason. But generally, we are open for exchange.
Okay, thank you. The questions are just coming, so maybe a shorter answer will serve the audience.
Okay.
They're very short answer on what is your opinion on an A3 versus your electric approach?
To really start it out, paper, pencil, everything, it makes easier for doing it. But on the long run, in a huge organization, just imagine our plant is 1 kilometer long. It's so much convenient, not always meeting with each other. It's one aspect. Second thing, transparency. With a digital concept, you can save so much. You can track back the history. You can see the development. You can see a lot of things. On the long run, I really like this digital tool because it really helps the process.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Just seeing the questions. How long has it taken your organization to get to this point?
Yeah, you can guess that we started a little bit before COVID, and now it's 2023, and we are very close to the end of the year. So I would say that it's a 3 years journey.
Okay. We have 5 minutes to go and many questions. So is the use of Toyota Kata part of managers and or employees' performance objective?
Oh, sorry, can you repeat?
Is the use of Toyota Kata part of managers and or employees' performance objectives? Do you have targets and do you measure them?
Not really. The approach is
Lead by examples.
so we are not doing it because we have decided that okay, from tomorrow it's 200 people, or maybe I'm not getting the question right. We have a vision that everyone is a problem solver. This is where we are heading to. But just to give a stretch target of, let's say, 200, 300, whatever, until the end of the next year, quality before quantity, I would say.
Okay.
If I understood the question well.
Yeah, that's how we just interpreted it. Okay. So one more question: how Kata coach earns trust from production engineer?
It's not all coaching. It's not always easy, but the best thing what I can advise to a Kata coach: don't try to tell the engineer what exactly he has to do in his field of experience. This is very, very important, especially if you have no clue about what is his field of experience. This is the one advice which I can give. The coaches are not there for solve the technical issues, and sometimes this can happen, and this is always not good, but this is also a learning where you can learn from. But generally, this is my advice: don't tell experts how they work in their field.
Okay. Have you had any resistance of Kata within the company? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes, as I mentioned, I cannot just simply say yes or no. Yes, there were some, mainly because of it's a brand new thing. It's you have to switch the brain, and this can be slightly painful in the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Is it Kata applying only on your Bosch plant, or is it worldwide?
Thank you for the question. I can say that we started it as a biggest scope, and now because of some learnings and some exchanges, this is getting more and more appreciated and accepted in the big Bosch world.
Yeah. I think it's a very important question that is coming. Can you measure the overall impact of this approach on the business results?
Of course, we can measure the impact of each and every project. So we can say that what kind of quality-related KPIs have been improved. Even it can be transferred to euros, but we don't have a big number. As we mentioned, it's not just Kata what we are doing. We are doing also A3, chain-in problem solving, and so on. So
okay, I think I see just Christopher is coming back to the stage. It means that our session has ended. So thank you very much for your presentation. For the participants, thank you for the questions. Unfortunately, we were not able to answer all those questions, but it looks like that it's an interesting topic. And
perfect, Csaba.
You gave some good messages.
Thank you, Csaba. Thank you, Bosch.